This video is going to be about how to set up your the monitor and projector that are attached to the port replicator on your desk. Due to the fact that we had to perform maintenance on your HP devices, your displays will not be set up as you had them at the end of last year. So here are some of the steps that you'll need to take to get your displays set up correctly. So first off, we're going to plug in the USB cable from the port replicator into your device. The port replicator being the black box with the HP logo on it. If you're plugging into a port replicator that has a projector connected to it, please turn on the projector at this time. Once those steps are completed, don't worry if either a monitor or a projector is not displaying anything from your device. We're going to be fixing that in a moment. We can verify that the port replicator is working by looking to see if the green light on top of the port replicator is lit, by checking to see if your device is now using a wired connection. That would be located in the bottom left, right here where I have my Wi-Fi thing. It'll change to like a box that has a wire coming out of it. Once you see that icon, you know that you're attached to the port replicator and that's functioning correctly. Otherwise, if you're looking for a third way to verify, check and see if the mouse and or keyboard attached to your port replicator are functioning. If that's the case, then your port replicator is functioning, and then we can move on to setting up the actual display. So there's a couple of different ways that we can get to the setting screens that we need to get to. The quickest and easiest is going to be to right-click on the desktop and go to Display Settings, which is the second from the bottom right here. Once we click into that, our settings panel will pop up. Mine popped up on the other screen. That's okay. It might happen if one of your other screens is reading. Otherwise, chances are what you'll see is that one of the other monitors will be mirrored to your primary display, which is going to be your tablet. So first off, what we'll notice is right up here at the top we have a visual representation of the various displays that are attached to this port replicator and to this device. Each of these numbers corresponds with the actual display that it's trying to show, and in all likelihood, if you've got a projector on, it will show this as a square, though the one that's all the way to the right will be showing up as a square that's kind of grayed out. The reason for that is if we scroll down to multiple displays, it's going to say instead of extend desktop to this display, and here I'll select number 2, it's going to actually have disconnect this display selected. So what we're going to do first is we're going to change to extend desktop to this display. You might have to do that for all of the monitors to get them all to display separate pictures. So once this is done, there are a couple of different things we can do, but the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click this identify button. And what that's doing is that's showing, you see right here there was a number 1, that shows me that this is display number 1. On my other screens, which you can't see because I'm not recording them, they show 3 and 2. And each of those pops up on an individual monitor. So that allows me to understand which monitor is positioned where. So if I click on identify and I see that 3 and 2 don't match their physical position on my desk, I can switch those over so that now 3 is to the right and 2 is to the left. So if I click apply here, then that's swapped those two monitors, and yeah, my recording went dark for a second as the displays updated. But now when I'm looking at my desk, I see that the monitor 2 and 3 have switched places. So, of course, in my physical layout, it's backwards from where it needs to be. So I'm just going to click and drag this number 2 over to the right of number 3 again, and click apply. Once my adapter has reset, I can go ahead and click identify, and now I see it goes 1, 3, 2, which is exactly how I want it. Your setup may be a little bit different, but in general, all you have to do to fix it is click identify and then use those numbers to figure out where you want those displays to be placed. Now, if you decide that you want to mirror one of your displays with, say, your projector, you're going to select the projector one. So again, we click identify and we find which number matches up with the projector. In this case, I'm going to say it's number 2 here. And I'm going to mirror that with number 3, which is going to be the, in my case, the display that's on my desk. So right here, I'm going to click on number 2 because that's my projector again, scroll back down to multiple displays, and I'm going to click duplicate desktop on 2 and 3. Now if you want to get your tablet and the projector to mirror one another, you do duplicate desktop on 1 and 2. And this may be different depending on what you end up seeing. So just if you're ever confused about which is which, just click that identify and then you'll know which number is which. So I'm going to duplicate on 2 and 3. And once I see that, yes, the projector is mirroring what's on monitor number 2, I'm going to hit Keep Changes. Okay, I see that both of those, both the monitor on the desk and the projector are showing the same image. So this is exactly how I want it. And since this is my projector, I'm going to again go back down to multiple displays and select Make this my main display. Now the reason for doing that is because when you're using the projector's mouse functionality, the mouse feature, it looks to the main display for where it's going to put your mouse cursor. So if you do not have your projector or the display that you're mirroring to your projector set as your main display, it will use the display that you've set as your main to figure out where to put that mouse cursor and where to click. So what you end up with there is you're over here on the board trying to get your inputs to respond, and what you're not seeing is that over on your desk you're actually getting the inputs to respond but on the wrong screen. So it gets a little confusing, and that's why we say select your projector screen, the one that represents your projector screen, and then click Make this my main display. The other offshoot of this is that when you have this set as your main display, that is going to be where any new windows are going to open. So be aware of that when you're opening your gradebook, for instance. You want to make sure that your projector is either on a frozen image or turned off when you're opening up your gradebook. If you have any questions about any of these steps, if something was a little bit confusing or whatnot, we're all here to help you, so just let anybody in tech know that you're having trouble with this. You can email me, you can put in a ticket. However you get a hold of us, we'll be able to help you through these steps if needed. So just so you're aware that is an option, and that's all that I have for this video, so I'll see you in a later video.